Hi, welcome to what will be an approximately 50-minute vinyasa flow practice. My name's Kailey. You can meet me on your back, on your mat. Step the feet down underneath the knees. We're going to start by resetting the pelvis a little bit today. So feet down underneath the knees. You can bring your hands anywhere onto your torso. Maybe let the eyes close down and start to allow your mind to shift gears from whatever you were up to before you rolled out your mat. Start to notice how the body's feeling today. Take a big breath in through your nose, let the belly fill, let the rib cage expand, maybe even the collarbones lift up a little bit here. You can sip in just a little bit more air, find the very top of that in-breath. Go ahead and open your mouth, let it go. You might feel the hips release a little bit. Keep allowing yourself to take some bigger, fuller breaths as we check in with the pelvis. So you can think about your pelvic bowl as like a compass rose. So around the belly button, we would say it's like north, down the pubic bone is south, and then your hip bones are going to be east and west. Go ahead and just tilt south and north. So it's a small movement, finding a little bit of flexion and extension through that sacral iliac joint, the lower back, and where the lower back joins with the pelvis. Keep encouraging yourself to breathe in, breathe out, noticing the sensation of the in-breath, noticing the sensation of the exhale. Go ahead and find neutral in those tilts, the breath there. And then we're going to shift side to side. So it's a little bit different, shifting right and left. You might be using your feet and your legs a little bit here, totally okay. So one hip bone will lift, and then the other hip bone will lift. It's alternating, kind of like a teeter-totter across the hips. I like to do kind of a tactile little bit of feedback and bring the hands onto the hips here. And then we're going to try a circle. So really great for neuromuscular connectivity. It's going to help us fire the muscles in the glutes, and the pelvis, and the trunk really effectively. So see if you can make really slow circle between north, west, south, east, or northeast, southwest. We'll go both directions. Slow yourself down. I'm going to slow myself down here. Life moves so fast usually. Probably shouldn't feel like indulgent to slow down, but it kind of does. There can almost be some resistance to that, and that's okay. See if you can just slow the pace down a tiny bit here today. Reset the pelvis, give your low back that gift. Switch the direction of those circles. Notice if your focus got so intense that the breath kind of became a little bit more shallow, and invite those big, deep, clear breaths back in. Ready, come through the center here. Make sure that your feet are right underneath your knees, about hips distance apart. Bring the arms down by the side for a moment. Lift the hips up. So you can start to push the heels down. Tip the tailbone toward the knees, taking a relatively easy glute bridge. But instead of thinking about arching the spine, really think about creating a diagonal line from the underarm to the back of the knee. And stay here or reach the arms back up over your head. A little bit more challenge for the feet there if we're not using the hands down by the side, right? Big breath in. Slowly and controlled exhale, lower your hips down. If your arms were up, lower them back down to the sides of your body. We'll do a couple like that. Inhale, lift the hips, engage the glutes, push the heels down to find the hamstrings. Exhale, lower everything, palms come back to the side if you raise them up overhead. Or they might stay at this side the whole time. Keep going, take a couple really slow rounds. We're just warming up here. Do about 2 more, move at your own pace. And then we're doing a little bit more breath work on the back before we switch gears. The next time you land with the hips down, you can go ahead and stay there. Bring your hands onto the low belly, right around the hip points. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let the belly inflate like you're filling up a balloon. Maybe even arch the back just a little bit. Big, big, big inhale. Purse your lips for your exhale, and then push the back body down into the mat. Pull the front body down into the back body. Feel your abdominals and your trunk muscles engage. Hold that engagement for a moment. Then relax the abdomen. Big breath in. Belly inflates. In. As you exhale, purse the lips. Tiny tuck of the tailbone if that's okay with the low back. And then imagine the hip points pulling in toward the midline. So we're getting into some very deep abdominals there. Inhale, let the belly inflate. Last time like that. Fill it up. Purse lips, exhale. Hold the out breath. Hold the contraction in the core. That purse lips exhale oftentimes prevents us from straining through the neck. All right, take a breath in. Let all of that muscle tension go. And then meet me on your front side, on your tummy. Into Sphinx pose, bending the elbows so that the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Then a little bit of ease to the lower back, maybe shimmy the hip side to side there. We'll do a little bit more breath work here from Sphinx. We'll do Kapalbhati breath. So that's that quick forced exhale, and then just a gentle, natural, involuntary inhale. It'll look and sound like this. And the upper body will move. The core will kind of snap in. So when you're ready, go ahead and start. You can take it as slow as you like to start. We'll go for about 20 like that, snapping the low belly up and in. No extra tension in the shoulders, just let it happen naturally as you breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the head, bring the hands toward your sides, tuck the toes under. Usually let's bring the elbows down underneath the shoulders again. Tuck the toes under. So we're setting up for a forearm plank, but not quite there yet. And then as you lift your hips in line with your shoulders, with the knees up, lift the front body toward the back body. Find some space in the lower back. So we're looking for core engagement here. Crown of the head is still reaching forward. Push the elbows down, and then energetically, like you're sliding the elbows back toward your toes for 5. Relax the jaw for 4, 3. Squeeze through the core, 2. Lower back down into Sphinx on 1. Round 2 of that Kapalbhati breath. So approximately 20. Maybe you speed it up. Maybe you keep the same pace. Maybe you slow it down a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2. Forearm plank in 1. Push into the forearms, find that alignment first. So spine is nice and long, give your low back some space. Lift the front body in and up toward the back body. Elbows are sliding energetically toward your toes for 4, 3, 2. Last round on 1. Lower down into your Sphinx. About 20 more of that Kapalbhati. It's a skull shining breath. Maybe close your eyes, and the imagery is the space inside of your skull brightening, like white light starting to radiate and glow and intensify. If that's too weird for you, just focus on those quick out breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2. Forearm plank in 1. Elbows underneath the shoulders. We'll hold a little bit longer here, but it's the last time. Full body engagement here. Push the elbows down and energetically back toward the toes. Hug the navel center in and up. Hug the hip points toward one another for 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop the knees on 1. Press it back to a seat. So sit back onto the heels. Let the eyes close. Bring the hands to the lap. Just breathe naturally here for a moment. Feel the alignment of your shoulders resting above the hips, so there's that stability. Nice place to set up an intention for your practice. For me, this is like a somatic experience of exploring and understanding myself and my body a little bit better. Maybe for you, it's just focusing on being present in the moment, building some awareness. Anything that resonates for your heart. Maybe it's just taking as conscious and deep of breaths as you can. You like recharge your own batteries, refill your own cup so that you can show up in the rest of your day as best as possible. Bring your hands to your heart, either Anjali Mudra or palm over palm, right around heart space. Sit a little bit taller. Take a deep breath in. When you're ready, open your mouth, offer it up. With the eyes open, meet me in a downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide when you get there. Take a few breaths here, check in this stretch. So this is a pretty big stretch, sometimes in the hamstrings, in the back. Play around with taking a nice generous bend in your knees and pressing your chest toward your thighs. Relax through the neck, maybe give your head a little shake, yes and no. Stay in down dog, but walk the big toes so they're pretty close together. And then push into the palms, look at your left knee, take the right leg back behind you, bend the right knee, open the right hip. So external rotation, letting that right knee step over the right hip. Send some awareness into your right foot. You curl the toes or rotate the ankle. Just sending some kind of movement into that foot. Really important to have the feet on board throughout the practice here. Re-extend your right leg, breathe in. Step the right foot forward between your thumbs. Push into the right foot. We're going to come right into a balance. The left leg is going to come up, arms come up at the top of the mat. So find your balance right there, stretching and lengthening. Arms reaching up, right foot pushing down. Full inhale, stretch up a little bit higher here. And then find mountain on your exhale, arms to the side, left foot under left hip. Reach the arms up, full body stretch here. Push the feet down to lift. And then fold forward, soften the knees, deep hinge through the hips. Stay in your forward fold for a moment. You catch the crooks of the opposite elbows. Maybe separate the feet a bit wider so you've got a big stable foundation. Just breathe in, breathe out. Maybe finding that indulgent, slower pace. Release the fingers. Find a halfway stretch, heel toe the feet a bit closer together. Take a breath in to prepare. And then plant the hands, plank pose. So on the palms this time, really gripping the mat with your fingertips. And then imagine that the thumbs are pulling toward one another underneath your body. So find that isometric contraction. You probably feel the chest light up. I definitely do. Rock onto the tiptoes. Bend the elbows, lower all the way down the first time through. Onto the tops of the feet. Float the hands by the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward the back, or the spine rather, I suppose I should say, toward the mid-back, and we'll lift up. So hands-free cobra, really stimulating the supported muscles alongside the spine to help with this extension. Breathe in. Lower down as you breathe out. 2 more roll-ups like that. Inhale, float the hands, or maybe you keep them down, your choice. Exhale. Breathe in, lift, shoulders pull toward midline. Downward facing dog on the breath out. Walk the feet toward one another, so you've got that almost like a tripod base. Look at the right knee, lift the left leg. Bend the left knee, find your external rotation in that hip. Send some awareness and maybe some movement into the left foot. Really move through the toes maybe today. Re-extend your left leg, breathe in. Left foot steps forward, push into the left foot to stand up. Bring the right knee in toward your chest without your hands, so find your balance. Set your eyes to one spot, but see if you can soften the jaw. If you're furrowing through the brow, find a little bit of ease there, but root down firm through the left foot. Big breath in. Mountain pose on your breath out. Come up on the inhale. This time, see if you can lift the heels. We get a little pop in the ankles. And then forward fold. Perhaps you stay on the heels. Take your time with it. I promise I will pick up the pace a little bit in a moment here. Halfway stretch, bring the heels down as you inhale. Plant the hands, step back, take it through your vinyasa. So that's your high to low push-up, maybe cobra, maybe up dog. Downward facing dog. When we get to down dog, take a long breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, feel the jaw release. Lift the heels, look forward. Empty the breath, step or hop to the top. We've got 3 sun salutation A's here. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise all the way up on the inhale. If you know sun salute A, go right ahead and take it on your own. Forward fold on the exhale. Likewise, if you want to add things in or take things out, halfway stretch, breathe in, really personalize this so it fits your body today. Plant the hands, step back, high to low plank on the breath out. Cobra or up dog, inhale, broaden out across the collarbones. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Take a cycle of breath here. It's like a reset. Lift the heels, look forward. Step lightly or hop to the top. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise with your inhale, full body stretch. Bow forward on the exhale. Halfway up, breathe in. And then flow through your vinyasa. When you get to down dog, and pause for your reset breath. Take one more round of Surya Namaskar, the sun salutation, on your own. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Really be true to what is unfolding in your body, heart today. Some days it feels right to slow down a bit. Other days, maybe there's a need to move at a quicker pace. However you move, let it be deliberate. That's the thing with yoga. There's always intention behind it. Intention in where you plant your hands, intention in where you take your gaze. No rush to get there. Meeting in downward facing dog there. If you're there early, lift the heels and lower the heels. Check in with the calves and the ankles. Explore the range of motion. Take the right leg high back behind you on an inhale. Bring the right knee to the right elbow as you exhale. So we're gonna hold here for a moment. Press the floor away. Draw the front body up toward the back body. So abdominals engaged. Kick back, breathe in. Right knee, left elbow as you breathe out. Same kind of engagement here. Left heel's pointing straight up, palms are pushing straight down. Kick back, breathe in. Step the right foot forward, spin the back heel down, push into your right foot to rise up to warrior one. So arms come up overhead. Reaching the biceps up by the ears. And then turn your left hip point forward ever so slightly. So the hips might not square toward the front of the mat, that's fine. But energetically finding that alignment is gonna help bring some stability into the pelvis. Root down to the base of the right big toe. Long inhale. Lightning warrior, hinge at the hips. Send the right hip point back. And then hug the shoulders toward the shoulder blades toward the spine. Come back to warrior one on your inhale, but straighten out the right leg this time. So a little bit different, almost like a pyramid leg setup. Breathe in. And then plant the hands, step back, flow through your vinyasa, however you want to get to down dog. Deliberate transition. From downward facing dog, left leg comes up. Big breath in. Left knee, left elbow. First time through, pause, find the alignment, find the engagement, strength. Kick back on an inhale. Right elbow, exhale. Three-legged dog, breathe in. I'm taking those pursed lips exhales today. Step the left foot forward, push into the left foot to rise. Right heel pivots down. You're in warrior one. Press through the knife edge of that right foot to slide into that lunge. And then resist that forward motion with the base of the left big toe. So that left big toe mound pushes down. See if you can relax some of the tension in the upper body. Keep pushing the feet down to pull that stable, earthy energy, that foundation up. Breathe in, lightning warrior. Lengthen the sides of the neck. For most folks in the cervical spine here in the neck, it's probably going to work best to take your eyes down toward the top of your yoga mat. Pressing into the feet. Rise up on an inhale, straighten out the front leg. Plant the hands to get through your vinyasa as you exhale. There's that first lift exhale. It's funny, you get into habits, right? There's a purpose for that first lift exhale though. Look forward, lift the heels. On an empty lunge, step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway stretch here, breathe in. Fold forward and breathe out. Come up on an inhale, full body stretch. Lightning chair on the exhale. Take the arms back towards your sides. Hug the legs toward one another here without like knocking the knees together. So think about the muscles of the thighs squeezing together. Push down through the heels. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Keep the knees bent, but lift the chin. Open up the collarbones a bit here. And if your hands don't reach, that's totally fine. Bring the arms back behind you. Big breath in. Forward fold with or without that bind. So maybe you've got the fingers clasped. Maybe the fingers are just reaching straight up. Little neck check, nod the head slowly from shoulder to shoulder or from chin to not the chin in toward your chest and then out away from it. Should just say nod the head, yes. Release the hands, find a halfway stretch here, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back to get through your vinyasa. We're gonna add on to our flow. Right leg up on an in-breath. Right knee, right elbow, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Kick back, breathe in. Right to the left as you breathe out. Three-legged dog, inhale. Right foot steps, push into the right foot as you exhale. Warrior one, finish the breath in. Lightning warrior as you breathe out. This time let's reverse warrior. So spin up and open. Adjust to the feet if you need. Deep bend in your front knee. And then imagine that right arm reaching, not really back to start, but up. So lengthen the side body, but keep that hip low. Then take it into that side bend. Full inhale here. Bring the left palm up to meet the right. Prayer twist to spin your left heel up. So you'll land in a crescent twist. Firm up the back leg. Pushing down through the big toe mound of your left foot. Pushing back through the left heel. Crescent, we're going to find a one-leg mountain here. So inhale, arms up, left knee lifts. Lightning chair on the exhale with the hips low. Come to chair, or come to three-legged mountain again. Inhale that left knee up. We'll do that again. Exhale, lightning chair. So just on the right foot for a little bit. Inhale, left leg and arms. Exhale, lightning chair. Keep going. Give that right leg a little extra challenge today. If you need more, you can always add a little jump. I do not need more today. Plyometrics have a place. Really great for, in the right dose, they're really great for bone strength. But not great on a day where you're not feeling super stable. So take what you need. Last time, meet me in lightning chair. Interlace your fingers. Take a breath in. Forward fold with the bind as you breathe out. Halfway stretch on the in-breath. Take it through the vinyasa. Meet me in down dog. All that on the left. Stay deliberate with your transitions. Left leg up, breathe in. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale to the right elbow. Take it back, big breath in. Step forward, push into the left foot, warrior one. Inhale, up. Lightning warrior, just for your exhale, come fully into the pose. Reverse warrior, pause here. So find the alignment that you need, adjust the feet as needed. And then think about lengthening. Stay low in the lunge, but lengthen from that left hip crease all the way up to the left fingertips. Then take your side bend. You can even use a little bit of a tactile kind of reference point, bringing your right hand to your left hip crease. Right palm up toward the left palm, finding that side bend in the body. Breathe in. Prayer twist. Pivot your right heel up. Right elbow outside of that front thigh. And then breathe. Look for spaces that you can find a little bit of ease. One of the cues in a lot of like seated meditations is a half smile. Right, bringing just a little hint of a half smile into the jaw and into the corners of the eyes. And even as you relax some of those facial muscles, can you keep the back leg strong? Here we go, one-legged mountain, shift into the left foot. Ooh, inhale, that right knee comes up. This side's always harder for me. Lightning crescent on the exhale. Or lightning warrior, or lightning, which lightning? Lightning chair, oh goodness, that's a blooper. Inhale, right knee and arms. Exhale, lightning chair. You know what to do. Take it up and down, really challenging that left leg. So as much as you can, when you bring that right foot down, you're not sending a ton of weight into it. It's just kind of touching down to get that balance feedback. To practice setting that right foot down real deliberately, maybe even hover it right underneath the right hip and knee. How controlled can you make that movement? And then if today's one of the days where you want to add a little jump, go for it. Meet me in lightning chair in 3, in 2, lightning chair on 1. Interlace the hands, take a breath in. Fold forward with or without the bind as you breathe out. Halfway stretch, inhale, here we go. Plant the hands, step or float it back. Meet me in downward facing dog. Right leg up on an inhale. Right elbow, exhale. Kick back, breathe in. So we're moving a little faster. Left elbow as you breathe out. Stay in the breath though. Kick back on the inhale. Right foot forward, exhale, warrior one, come all the way up on the in-breath. Lightning warrior, exhale. Reverse, open and breathe in. Prayer twist to the right as you breathe out. Single leg mountain, inhale. Lightning chair, exhale. I don't trust myself to say the right pose. Inhale it up and exhale it down. Keep going, we'll meet in lightning chair in 3, in 2, remember you're stepping that left foot down gently. Lightning chair in 1, interlace the hands. Huge breath in, so refill there. Forward fold, maybe open mouth, exhale. Halfway stretch on the in-breath. Step or float it back. through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. One more side like that. And then we've got a little extra left leg up on the in, left elbow on the out. Kick that, breathe in. Right elbow, breathe out. Nice, pump the breath, inhale. Step forward, exhale. Warrior one, arms up, fill up. Lightning, empty out. Reverse it, open on the in. Prayer twist to your left. Get into a flow, rise with the right knee. Inhale the arms up. Lightning chair, exhale. Keep going. We meet in lightning chair in 5. Setting that right foot down gently each time. 4, even if you're jumping. 3, how stable can you land? In 2, lightning chair in 1. Empty all the breath. Interlace the hands as you breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Stay in your forward fold for a moment. Release the hands. And then bring the hands back behind your shins. Bend the knees. Lift the heels. Bring your fingertips underneath the heels. And then drop the heels down onto the fingers. Head goes down, so you're looking back between the knees. The knees might be bent really deeply. That's fine. Home in on the breath, home in on the sensations of the stretch. Might start to play around with straightening the legs, not forcing anything. Just finding some length there. See if you can relax the muscles into that stretch. Sometimes we think we need to stretch to bring relaxation into the muscles, and it's something that you can cultivate with or without a stretch. Release the fingers from underneath the heels. Slide the palms down, walk them forward. Bring the hands onto the shins, and then little baby steps up the legs to walk your way up to standing. So this will keep the spine in flexion on the way up. The chin will come up last. Whew. Once you're upright, arms up overhead, breathe in. Open arm twist to your right. Start to hinge at the hips, bend into the knees, taking that open arm chair here. Now root down through your right foot. Left knee and arms come up. We've seen this before. Woo, breathe in. You get into airplane this time as you breathe out. So send that left leg back, maybe at a diagonal, especially if you have low back stuff. The left leg back at a diagonal. Space out to the lower back. So find some space there as you breathe. Active through the left foot, whether you're pointing the toes or not. We're gonna drop it back into warrior one. Inhale the arms up. Lightning warrior, press through the back foot, so it's a different sensation than airplane. Reverse up and open on the in-breath. This time find extended side angle. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm can come up, adjust the feet. I always need a little bit more space there. Bring your awareness to the spine, particularly the upper back. It might feel good to let the left or the right ear rather kind of dangle toward the right shoulder. Backstroke that left arm. We're going to take it into crescent lunge here. Spin the back heel up. Oh my goodness. Big breath in. Prayer twist to the right just for your exhale. 3-leg mountain at the top. Inhale, left knee up, arms up. Last time on this side, lightning chair, set it down gently. Up and down. Burner for the right leg here. Meet me in lightning chair in 3, in 2, so shortest at 1, lightning chair. Empty the breath. Interlace the hands on an inhale. Forward fold with the bind as you exhale. Release the hands. This time we're going to keep the feet close to the top of the mat, but shift into your right foot. Bring the left foot back behind the right foot. Left pinky toe comes toward the right pinky toe side of that right foot. So we've got the ankles crossed. And then fold forward. Play around with shifting the weight toward the ball of the right foot for the heel of the left. Play around with walking the hands a little bit to the right. And walking the hands slowly to the left. Just notice where you feel some sensation here. On the inhale, notice the sensation of the breath. As you exhale, notice the sensation of the out breath. Bring the hands back to the center. Go ahead and bring your feet back underneath your hips, and then walk the hands to the shins. Slowly crawl the hands up the legs. The spine will stay flexed on the way up. Head comes up last. Great. Other side. Inhale the arms up. Open arm twist to the left. Start to bend the knees, hinge at the hips. If you're feeling real spicy today, you can lift the heels there. There's always something to do to make it interesting, but sometimes a little bit simple is nice. It's sometimes those simple basics that give us the most benefit. All right, we're gonna come through center, right knee and arms up on the inhale, so stay in that left foot. Airplane on the exhale. Set your gaze, your drishti, your focus, and back to your intention. This practice is about a somatic pathway to more understanding, more self-awareness. Find some space in the low back here. Imagine that somebody's kind of tugging that right ankle back behind you. Tuck the tailbone just a smidge. Step back to warrior one. Inhale the arms up. Lightning warrior on your exhale. Reverse up and open. Big breath in. Maybe start to slide that back foot back a little bit. Extended side angle. Left forearm, left thigh. Right arm wherever it makes the most sense for you today. So we're always doing our best to accommodate the body. And that's different day to day for sure. And let the head stay perfectly in line with the rest of the spine, or let your left ear dangle toward your left shoulder. Backstroke your right arm. Pivot the right heel up. Crescent lunge on your inhale. Prayer twist to the left. One leg mountain, last time. Inhale, right knee and arms up. Lightning chair, shortest set yet. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Maybe in lightning chair in 3, in 2, lightning chair in 1. All right, stay in your lightning chair, but bring your hands to your heart. So not really in lightning chair anymore. Heel to the feet a little bit farther away, maybe all the way to the edges of your mat. Tuck the tailbone so you're not swaying in the low back. And then see if you can nestle your rib cage right between your thighs without dropping the butt lower than the knees. We're here for 5. You can bring the arms to the side, whatever feels right in your upper body. 4, 3, squeeze the legs isometrically in against the rib cage for 2 and 1. Have a seat. Option to bind the big toes as you take it back into happy baby, or just find happy baby. Whew. Let everything just start to kind of whoosh, like slow down. Might feel good to find a little rock side to side here. Bring the feet down underneath the knees. Arms come to a cactus, little tiny windshield wipers with the knees. Back to that like luxurious, slow pace. Okay, on reminding yourself that you can get a lot done, even if you kind of take down that sense of urgency, that frantic kind of rush, like high stress state that a lot of us work from or operate in. It's possible to get a lot done and still stay present and still stay connected and intact with your own center. Bring the knees to the center, feet underneath the hips, palms down by your side, bridge pose. Lift the hips. It doesn't have to be crazy high here. We're kind of cooling things down. Lower the hips gently. Bring the right knee into the chest. Circle that right knee, maybe with the right palm on the kneecap. I like to bring the left hand to the left hip crease. And keep that left side of the pelvis relatively still. See if you can move that right thigh bone, that femur, in the hip socket smooth. Switch the direction of those circles. Breathing in, notice the sensation of the inhale. Breathing out, notice the sensation of the exhale. Bring your right knee over your left knee. Swivel your hips to the right just a little bit. T or cactus the right arm, and then drop the knees to the left for your twist. Nose might point straight up, or it can feel good to nod the chin toward the right shoulder. And with every exhale here, let your knees and your right shoulder just melt down. Move your head through center, take a breath in. Untangle the legs, feet down underneath the knees. Bring your palms to your torso somewhere. Just take a breath. Or two. Left knee comes in. Anything you need to do with the right hand to stabilize to that right leg and that right side of the pelvis, circle the left knee. If you find places that are a little gritty, slow down your range of motion, or maybe reduce your range of motion. So smaller circles, switch direction. See how smooth you can feel that thigh bone move in the hip sockets. We're building really positive neuromuscular associations with this movement pattern here. Left knee over right knee. Hips shift to the left, knees drop to the right. T or cactus your left arm. And come back to the center. With any last stretches that you need before you can settle into something that feels like rest, some form of shavasana. You can add in a pose or two, but be sure that you do eventually work your way to some posture, some position where there's little to no effort on the part of your skeletal muscle. So as you come into shavasana with a body scan, notice if there's places that you're still holding tension that maybe feel a little resistance to the stillness. You can give them a shimmy, a little shoulder shimmy, a little wiggle through the hips, or flop the feet around for a second. And then let the body find stillness. So whatever happened or didn't happen on your mat, decide that you did enough, decide that you are enough, know that you can choose how you think about yourself. Just let yourself be here in stillness and quiet, absorbing the benefits of your practice. Every different system in the body, the muscles, the bones, the nerves. Listen for the sound of my voice in just about a minute to close practice together. Awareness to the feet. Your next inhale, wave the breath up the body from the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. Gathering up any last little bits of tension there. Come to the very top of that inhale. And then like a wave downward on an exhale. softening any last little bits of tension. Be real patient with your body as you transition from your back to a seat. No rush to get there. It might feel good to roll to the side first. Meet me seated with a nice upright spine. Not a ton of effort. Just stack the vertebra one on top of the other, head over heart, heart over hips, and then palms. Anjali Mudra or right over the heart space once more, reconnecting with your intention. Close with one last big breath in together. Inhale deeply through the nose, let the shoulders hunch up into the ears. Sip in just a little bit more air. Open your mouth. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you feel well and take really great care of yourself for the rest of the day. That's it for now.